cannot minimize your skills and your abilities and expect for the employers to take you seriously. My job that I had 10 years ago was very relevant to this job that I'm seeking at Comcast, then that means that I would have to, in fact, do a functional resume to reach back, to bring those skills up to date, to say I can still be a salesperson. Now, I just want to say, as you're filling it out, if you can listen and write at the same time, you're very lucky to be here tonight for a couple of reasons. Number one, the advantage of coming here tonight for what I consider, if you read the title of that paper, what is it called?
Call center.
No, what is it called? Not the company.
Call center customer service representative. Call center customer service representative.
That's exactly what it is. Because I need to take time. Do you understand that not only Comcast, but other companies, you know why they hire so much? Why they're always at job fairs? Why they're always, not only because people retire, it's because some people just can't perform and they have to let them go.
Amen.
So I like to do a workshop with people so you understand what you're about to embark on, so you won't get to that point where you have to be let go. Because I'm in the business of trying to help people become successful. I'm not in the business to just give you a job. I'm in the business to put you on the road to your path or your own career development plan so that you implement the tools that you have to increase your value in the workforce. And the only way for you to do that is to be able to recognize the skill sets that you've been able to acquire and transfer those to this job that I need you to do. Lolamax is a new innovative company. We are a human resources partner. We've been able to recruit in other fields, in our other occupation as a job developer. I've been able to create relationships with more than 500 companies that I recruit for, and they call upon me to find people to work. However, in my job that I work for, I'm isolated or exclusive to that, and that's what I do. I'm exclusive to working with a certain population that is referred to me, and I can't take walk-ins because I'm a contractor with Michigan Works through the city of Detroit, and I work with the JET program. I'm dedicated to my JET population, which is Jobs, Education, and Training Program, and I'm trying to have an extra arm out in the community to help the community recycle themselves. And just so you understand, Lolamax does not get any revenue to do this work. This is a volunteer. This is me giving back. So that's why my life, I believe, is like it is because I'm able to do for other people. I started doing it on the left side. And then it became great because the people on the left side that I began to put in Comcast have become some of their #1 salespeople. And what I do is help you understand what you need to do to not only pass this test, but also get this job. Because you can pass the test all you want to. But what Comcast is looking for are salespeople. Customer service representatives, listen. You never tell a customer, what did you say? That's why you have to listen. You never say to a customer, hi or what. Most customers, by the time they're calling you, in most cases, are frustrated because they haven't been able to check their emails for the last couple of days. They haven't been able to watch cable for the last few hours. And you're saying, huh, what? It frustrates me. So I know a frustrated customer. How many times do you have gotten frustrated trying to take care of something over the phone, especially by the time you pass the electronic operator or receptionist, and you accidentally push the wrong button, and now you got somebody on the phone. Not only are they saying how and what, but you can't even understand what they're talking about. But in order to get in this way, you have to understand what it is that you're doing, because you cannot just go to a place and have them spend money training you, and then all of a sudden, you're gone. And I'm not saying you're gone because of other opportunity. If another opportunity comes the way, then you take it. But most people are out of work because of our own barriers, because of things that are in our way that we're unable to overcome. And some of those things include transportation, daycare, housing, clothing. And one of the three things that I've discovered since I've been doing this work in the last 3.5 years, 3 areas of life that are almost guaranteed tear most people apart. And that's when people get sick, that's when people are born, and that's when people die around us. For some reason, we lose all type of composure, we lose all sense of work, you lose all sense of livelihood. And it's my job as an employment specialist, as a job coach, to be able to tell you the things that you need to know so that you're successful in your workforce and in your job searching activities. Now I want you to understand what you can do for yourself if you understand that you are present. So I want you to write that word present down. And after you write the word present, under it I want you to write the word present. Now, did anybody spell it different? Because if you did, I'll go ahead and give you one of these credit cards right now, because I'm going to have a hard time finding you a job. Now, why in the world are the words present and present spelled the same? Now, the word present and present. The brother in the back said that it's like a gift. And it is. That's how he's right. Because I am a present. You are a present. So therefore, we have to wrap ourselves like presents, and so that we can be presented to an employment opportunity or a business opportunity. Why did Martin Luther King and the rest of those brothers and sisters dress up just to get us to the front of the bus? Everybody in that center, at the Macomb Call Center, are there because I placed them there. And they call me. And to see the transformations of their lives, to see a welfare recipient go from welfare to work and become successful, that's my payment. When you got a woman with 4 kids that can't get child support for any of her babies' fathers, and now she's the top salesperson down there at the call center. The reason the word present and present are the same words, because I am a present. I am going to wrap myself like a present so that I can be presented to an employment opportunity or a job or a bank loan, a business loan, so people can take me seriously and give me the respect that is due. When I dress like this, they call me Mr. or Sir. They open doors for me. They hire me on the spot, because they understand that even Superman had enough sense to realize that he had to change clothes so people can recognize him for who he is. Amen. And if you got confused about it, he put a big S on his chest. And it don't cost that much, brothers. I got this suit from the Salvation Army, some thrift shop on Gratiot. I didn't even bother to get the lining fixed. I just wear it because I'm a present, and this is my wrapping paper. I'm going to wrap myself like a gift. Have you ever got a gift from somebody? They dropped into one of them dollar gift bags. You took the gift out, you folded that bag up, and you put it up on the side of your refrigerator or up in the cabinet in a linen closet somewhere, and as soon as one of your friends or family's birthday came up, you snatched it down and you put that gift in there and you recycled that bag, didn't you? That's the same thing I do with this suit. So success starts in the way you dress. Amen. Because we judge people by the way they look. You're not about to give any woman your phone number. She's got to look a certain way. And you're not about to give any man your phone number. He's got to look a certain way. He or she could be the craziest person you ever met, like your ex-boyfriend or your ex-girlfriend. But when you met them, they were a dime piece and a bag of chips. You got to wrap it up like a gift. If I walked in here tonight with boxes all wrapped pretty with ribbons and bows all on it and said, how many of you all want a gift? Most of you in the room will raise your hand. Some of you might be too shy to raise your hand. If you are, you probably ain't no good customer service representative anyway. Because customer service representatives ain't shy. They think. They're informed. They're well equipped. And they understand that by the time they get through talking to you on the phone, they better had asked you, what can I offer you some more of these Comcast products? Because if you can't, you're out of there. You think you can be late for work? You can't. 3 strikes, you're out. They have a 0 tolerance. And if you got a criminal record, you ain't going anyway. And that's what I came to tell you. If you want to survive out there, you have to get out there and work and build that ship. Comcast ain't one of those places where you can just come and figure, I think I can do this. You have to do it, or you'll be selling yourself short. There is a lot of potential there. $11.50 an hour plus a commission after you're done training. You got 7 weeks of training, 9 to 6. Every day, Monday through Friday. You can't miss not one day of training. So if you ain't got no daycare plan and all that other type of stuff, no transportation, if you ain't got no car, the 510 Van Dyke bus will drop you off right in front of the place. And then you ain't gonna work past 10 p.m. Single mothers that have to take the bus. And if you have a jalopy, the penalty for that is to have a bus schedule handy. And leave your home an hour and a half earlier if you have a hoopty. I mean, people don't think like that. Success is a mindset. The same thing, I want to go back to the one that people get sick on. You're in a cubicle by yourself, and you're sitting here being impatient. You think you're not going to fall asleep? Do you think you're not going to do something that you ain't got no business doing? You don't think you're going to get frustrated and cuss a customer out or say inappropriate things to a customer and all your phone calls are recorded? You don't think they fire people for that? Young brother I sent. Customer called him the N-word. He's jeopardizing the safety of everybody that works at Comcast. Because if he was really talking to a lunatic that will pull up in that parking lot as all of y'all was coming out the door and started spraying because he could not contain, he don't understand these customers are upset. I can't tell you how frustrated I get when I have to call them about my internet. SBC, when I used to deal with SBC. 2 hours on the phone. And they give you somebody that only can speak English hardly. That's right. Now all these calls are coming in to you. How many telemarketers do I have in this room that did telemarketing before? Put your resumes up if you did telemarketing. Now before you pass them up to me, your resumes, before you pass them to me, I want you to look at your resume. Because one of the things that people, first of all, look very close at your resume. Your resume should not ever include words like me, my, and I. Most of the people that went postal at their last jobs, the ones that made the news, researchers have shown that their resumes includes words like me, my, and I. Usually those words are the ones that come from people talking about, you ain't let me take no 15-minute break. How come you ain't write me up? How come you wrote me up? You ain't write her up. She did the same thing last week. What about me? Exactly. And when you take me, mine, out of your resume, it demonstrates that you know how to do your job and mind your own business. And everything, you don't take nothing personal, because everything personal about you, you left in your car, on the bus, at home, wherever you left it before you got to Comcast. When you got into Comcast, you transformed into this actor, into this actress, because everybody in the world is an actor or an actress. Everybody has a role to play out here in society. We have to figure out which role we want to play. Some people play police officers. Some people play firemen. And brothers, so you understand what I'm talking about with our dress code, so you understand that I'm not trying to pick on you. When you leave here tonight and you go to dinner, you go downtown to a nice fine restaurant and have the waitress come to you dressed like a fireman to take your order. Or you mess around and get sick, ladies, and you have to rush your baby to the hospital, and a doctor comes to you dressed like a police officer, to my lift his shirt, let me hear his lungs. You ain't gonna let him touch your baby, are you? Why? Because you don't look like a doctor, do you? So why won't these people hire me? Because I don't look like a job seeker. And the reason I'd like to tell people this is because I throw some of the best job fairs in this town. In fact, I put some flyers right there on the table for my next one, which is next Friday. I got about 30, 40 companies coming down, hiring on the spot. So that's why I use it. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. So I use it for the people that want it. People that don't, they're not. Okay? What you need to understand, if you are a telemarketer, your resume should say that you made cold calls to potential customers to promote the sale of whatever it is you were selling. And how do you learn to get a job? You have to learn to customize your resumes to the job that you're trying to get. You cannot give every employer the same resume. You start off by looking at the job descriptions that are posted in the newspaper or on the internet, and you see what they're asking of you. And then you read those things. Like, for instance, look at that Comcast thing. What does the first thing say you did? How many people answered the phones at your last job? Okay, so how many, if all these hands up in the air, how many people have on their resume these words? Handle inbound calls in a prompt and professional manner. Those words. Handle inbound calls in a prompt and professional manner. How many people got that on their resume? Nobody. Employers speak one language. That's the language that they spoke to you in their job description. When they utilize our Michigan Works Talent Bank, they utilize a keyword section where they type in what they put in their description. And everyone that has those words on their resume, those resumes pop up on the screen for the employer to begin to call. I posted my resume on the Michigan Works Talent Bank, and within 5 minutes, this company gave me a call and said, we just